first started studying the concept of engagement, there was not a concept corporately known as employee engagement. Back when I started, it was so long ago, we called it something different. We called it, please don't quit. That was it. That was the whole concept. I don't like considering satisfaction as an element of engagement. These people are over the top, having enjoyment and actual happiness at work. I found this link between employee engagement and customer engagement. In fact, we saw when we started tracking employee engagement, we saw when our scores were low about 6 months later, you know what happened to our customer persistency rates? They started coming down too. Yes, I've lost my hair, my hearing, and my health. So I was just thinking, and now his voice cracks, and his wife Martha has tears pouring down her face, and she reaches over and she squeezes his hand and says, "Walt, what is it that you're thinking?" And he said, "I'm beginning to think you might be bad luck." That's certainly one perspective. I mean, you can see where he came up with that, right? I was in the space of trying to engage people who weren't even engaged in their own lives. They didn't seem to have any natural affection or natural love or natural happiness in their own lives. And my job was to try to breathe it into them. A lot of times we go to bed and that's where we start thinking about all the things we didn't get done, all the things that upset us or disappointed us, and then we wonder why we need sleep aids. Instead, be grateful. End your day with gratitude. I'll tell you, a few years ago, I looked in the mirror and I didn't like what I saw. And you know what? The mirror image didn't change. What I told myself about that image had to change because we carry around so much baggage. Oh, that's a whole other conversation. But positivity is a learned trait. So I would go into work units that had problems. Or I would just go in as a volunteer and just kind of participate with them and listen and see if I could make recommendations. And after a short period of time, I realized something. The strongest parts of the organization were where they had engaged people with poor processes. Instead of parts of the organization with great processes and lackluster people. So I moved from being a process nerd to being a people nerd and understanding how can I help people and how can I help polish out the best of people. That when you see these things working together, these look a lot like happiness. They look a lot like engagement, focus, resilience. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to take the index finger and I want you to point to the ceiling right above your head. Look straight up so you can see your index finger pointing to the ceiling. I want you to start to rotate clockwise, making a circle. Lower it so it's right even with your eyes and you see that perfect circle right in front of your eyes. Now here's the hard part, don't lose me now. I want you to drop that finger slowly to your chest level and then I want you to lower your face so that you're watching that finger, and while you're looking at that finger, I want you to ask yourself, is that finger still going clockwise? No, of course your finger did not change directions. What did change is your perspective and what you were looking at. And so here's what I want to suggest today. I'm going to give you a different perspective. But this is about what I believe businesses need in order to thrive. You have the opportunity to be the light every single day. I know what you're thinking. And she grabbed my hand and she led me in there and she was so proud to show me this. Ta-da! You're in real estate, you know if you can't fix it, feature it, right? That's exactly what they do. See, where there is humor, there's something to build on. When you're laughing with each other and not at each other, there is something strong that you are building on. So, these 5 things about your own engagement, if you bring these things to work with you every day, you know who's going to benefit from it? You, your coworkers, your customers, and every single person you meet every single day.